Dun, dun, dun! Hello, beautiful people. It's me, Robin Vi Carpenter Briscoe, your favorite spiritual life coach. And I am here to welcome you. Welcome! Yes, it is what day is it? It is day 24 of our series together, The Magic and the Crystals. Yeah, it took 24 days for me to get that right. Anyway, we are working our way through the 28-day journey of Rhonda Byrne's The Magic, and we are adding crystals because I wrote the book Let's Get Stoned, Using Stones and Crystals to Create a Life That Rocks, and I believe you can add crystals to anything. True story. So here we are, the magic and the crystals, and we are on day 24, and day 24 is the magic wand. Now, I had this whole plan in my head how I was going to play you a video of me using my wand and the sound that my wand makes when I ring it, except I couldn't find the video in time, and so you just get me. But the magic wand, what are our quotes for the day? People who wait for a magic wand fail to see that they are the magic wand. See, I didn't need my wand anyway. That was Thomas Leonard. We all have gifts that are ours to give. We must give those gifts with gratitude for the blessing we can be to others' lives. Me. So, okay, I like this practice because I already told you I actually own a wand, and my wand, when I use it, I actually use it in conjunction with this smoky quartz. This smoky quartz is my wand's friend. They are like friends. But I do what I call a frequency adjustment. And it's literally just like a jiggle over your energetic field to kind of knock loose, things that might be holding on to you. And when I do it, I'm doing it with the understanding that you are this illimitable being. Yes. And we know that this is true, and also we know that things get stuck to you, kind of get stuck to you forget this. So I do this frequency adjustment to like shake loose those things that are holding on to you that somehow block your remembrance of this of your perfection, of your illimitable perfection, your divine illimitable perfection. So if we're going to do this practice now, excuse me, if you recall, in the practice you are to take pictures. This is a little more challenging if all of your pictures are on your phone. So I'm going to say, do as I suggested before. You go see this. This is my people are grateful for picture, but I did this. I did the whole thing. I laid the whole thing out on like layout or something on my phone, and then I literally went to Walgreens. You could go to CVS, Rite Aid, Dwayne Reed. If you're in New York, I'm sure they probably have one of these machines where you literally go and you hook up your phone and you print out the pictures that you want. Or you can do it where you go online and download whichever pictures you want into their thing, and then tell them to print them out and then go pick it up. Because in the practice, it says that you want to take a picture of a person, you choose 3 people, and you're gonna take that picture and you're gonna look at the picture and you're gonna think, only thoughts. How does it, I wanted to say the phrase exactly right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's thank you, thank you, thank you for, I'm going to just choose my husband. So thank you, thank you, thank you for Veronica's health, wealth, and well-being. And it says or, and I'm saying and, because we would actually want it to be all the things, right? We really want it to, there is nothing that we want to leave out. We want we want equity, right? So if we give to all 3 of those things, anything that needs to happen in order for that to be an understanding for Veronica, then I'm going to say, thank you, thank you, thank you for Veronica's health, wealth, and well-being. And feel completely that feeling, yes? That gratitude for that happening for them, that being the thing that we really and truly are grateful for. And it says, imagine it. So in your mind's eye, you're seeing them laughing and healthy and vibrant, full of vitality, and having whatever they want, as far as, like, I don't really know what a picture of wealth for someone else looks like, but you would know for that person that you're thinking of, yes? New car, new home, new clothes, new shoes, whatever wealth looks like. So I really love this practice, and it's very similar to something that we do in Science of Mind. So, excuse me, for those of you that are unfamiliar, Science of Mind is a philosophy of faith, and it is an understanding, essentially, that all people are source energy, all people are one with the source of all things. This is why all people are illimitable, yes? In our divine recognition of self, we know that we are of the source that is the source of all things. And because that source is illimitable, we too are illimitable. And if we are illimitable, that means we have illimitable health, illimitable wealth, and illimitable well-being. There is nothing to prevent us from having all that we want. And we have to recognize that and truly believe it enough to be able to receive. Yes? So, part of Science of Mind, which is what I'm getting I am a professional practitioner candidate. I'm getting my license. This is a long process. It's a lot longer than, say, a certification program or something. It is because I have to sit in front of a panel with a for all license and everything, just like a license in many other professions. So this is a professional practitioner. I am here and being witness to your divine perfection. And as such, I will often be called to do what's called a spiritual mind treatment. And a spiritual mind treatment is like affirmative prayer, right? What I do is recognize that we are all one with the source. So if all things are one with source, then that means I am one with source and you are one with source. And if source is the perfection of all things, then that means there can't be anything wrong with us because we are one. And if there is only one here and we are recognizing that one as perfection, then there can't be anything wrong. See how that works? So, with that in mind, we do this prayer. So, I recognize on your behalf this perfection about you, this wholeness and wellness and well being, and state it as such so that it can be recognized outside of self and stated in a way that I can hear it and you can hear it and we can agree that this is true together. And because we are agreeing that it is true, then we just release those words, allowing it to be true. And what do? We have gratitude for this. And, we just say yes and thank you. So that is something that is provided for people anytime someone asks for it. You can look up Centers for Spiritual Living. There is csl.org. And somewhere in the world, you will probably find, wherever you are, you will be able to find at least one and probably more than one center that you can connect with and actually receive this. I also provide this to clients. I have a service that I provide where I do, it's like a subscription. You pay a monthly subscription and we sit down twice a week and I simply know this perfection as you, and much more directed toward the things where you are having blocks or disbelief around, then it's more tailored, right? However, that's what happens if you are doing it for someone else, right? You're saying, thank you, thank you, thank you for so-and-so's health, wealth, and well-being. And you are being much more specific. You are seeing that health, wealth, and well-being as that person can be and is, excuse me, intrinsically, that person is that. They may not see it right now. And so it is you to see all of the things to be grateful for them. Yes? So, what stone would be a really good stone for this practice? And my answer is Sugarlight. Sugarlight, that's a better view of it. This side is the side I hold the most in my hand, so it's got more oils on it, but it can be polished. This is an unpolished one. It's only polished on this side, partially because it's actually been cut, right? This was a gift from a friend who actually uses it to, they design furniture and they embed stones and crystals in it. We are, COVID kind of stuck a pin in this project that we were talking about doing together. So hopefully we'll be able to get to start talking about that again. I love to tell you about that project. But in the meantime, what is Sugarlight for? Optimism. What does this say? Oh, I attract inner peace. Can't even read my own writing. I attract inner peace. I radiate joy. It transforms negative belief systems and allows you to be love for others without neediness. Now, this is really important. I was thinking about this the other day. People are always talking about giving unconditional love, right? And then make the statement, something to the effect of, I wish I could receive the same from others. And then that is where the conditions come in, right? So if you are being love, simply love, then yes, it is wonderful to receive love from others. And also, unconditional love means that you love regardless of whether anyone else is loving you back. So when you make a statement like I give unconditional love and all I wish is that I could receive it in return. You have now put conditions on that love. You have. It doesn't feel like you have. You have. So this helps you be love simply for others without needing anything in return. It helps you tap into that. It's the thing that you are trying to tap into, you are striving to tap into by making a statement like that. And what it does is prevents that second half. So it says, it is, I unconditionally love all people, period. There is nothing else to say. The point isn't that you are receiving love. The point is that you are being love. And that if we are all called to be love. So do the math. If we are all called to be love and you are doing your part by being love to all that you encounter, then that means all of those other people that you encounter are also being love. So at the end of the day, you have individualized love in any direction, and you have received love in every direction. So I think on the other side of it, you'll see without that statement, allows you simply to love, and by loving in this direction, it leaves you open to receive love from that direction. If you are doing this, it's kind of like I don't know. I was trying to figure out like, here you go. So this heart symbol, right? This heart symbol is, I always do this. There we go. This, everybody loves that, right? If you are doing this, see how the love is encased inside the hands? So that is love only in that direction. That is love just like that. That would be the equivalent of I give unconditional love. I wish I could receive it in return. This is I give unconditional love. Do you get me? I hope you get me. So okay. I want you to think about it like this. Use this stone to help you think thoughts for others while repelling the negative thoughts that pop up. So while you're doing this thing, right? You're sitting there with your picture and you're thinking, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're thinking thoughts. Remember, you're literally supposed to be thinking thoughts of health, wealth, and well-being for someone else and being grateful for it. Excuse me. So, but when you get into this practice, sometimes what may happen is your own negative self-talk, as they call it, pops in. Thank you. I'm so grateful for this. So one of two things happen. Either, why am I grateful for them? Why can't I be grateful for myself, right? I want to be grateful for myself. Why are you even thinking about those other people? You need to be grateful. You need to be thinking thoughts of your own health, wealth, and well-being. There's something you have needs, blah, blah, right? So there's that may pop up. The other thing that may pop up is, well, who are you? How are you what do you think how are you gonna be this magic wand? Like, who are you to believe that by sitting there and being grateful for them getting things, that's actually gonna do something for them? Hmm. These are both thoughts that can pop up. Both of those are lies we tell ourselves, and your thought is solely to only think about that person and not listen to any of it. Sugilite is a stone whose energy is helpful in pushing those negative thoughts out. Like, you're like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," right? And you pop that right in your hand, or you make get little this is a large piece. This stone is often jewelry is generally made from sugilite. So to get one, you may wanna wear it, or you may wanna get, like, the tiny ones. Like, see how this has got all these chips? Can you see that? All those chips in them? So sometimes you gotta remember I said just like the Herkimer diamonds or whatever, you have to make sure that you are focusing solely on what you can afford because you are still utilizing that energy. You are still kicking that energy out. You are still connecting to that stone, regardless of whether it's a large stone or a very small stone or crystal. And regardless of whether it's like, you know, super fine jewelry, quality, or if it's kind of just a rock, right? It is still that rock of that stone of that. So the energy is still there. And you will hear people saying that the energy is pure or more stronger or whatever, the finer the stone. And I say, yes, while that may be true, it doesn't mean if it is not a super fine stone that it won't work. So buy what you can afford and get you some. So this Sugarlight, it's legit, man. It helps you sit in a space of simply being that love vessel, that gratitude vessel that you're being called to be in this. If we are to be the magic wand and not just wave the magic wand, then we are going to have to sit really in that space of unconditional, illimitable, spectacularly fantastic love being that we are. Yes? And we are whole, healthy, and complete. We are abundant beings and grateful for ourselves in that space. And so, because of that, we can sit and think those thoughts for others with gratitude. Remember, we've been practicing now. This is why it's called a practice. You have to do it every day, right? We've been working on this for 24, this is our 24th day. And it is we're always thinking gratitude thoughts for things that are in consciousness, even if they are not in our experience currently. By thinking those thoughts, by being grateful for those things, they have to appear. And in reality, it's always this or something better. Yes? Because what if our imagination can only get so far and there are things that we couldn't even imagine because we didn't even know those things existed. Just because we don't know they exist doesn't mean that they don't exist, right? They already exist in consciousness. And now I want the thing that I know exists or something better. So if we are to know this for someone else, we have to sit truly and completely with the understanding that by us knowing it for them, it is being known in consciousness. And because it is being known and recognized in consciousness, it has to exist in their present reality. That is how that works. It's actually it's a law, like the law of gravity, the law of attraction. It exists already, and so by recognizing it, we then are able to, as something for us, as something for them, as we recognize it as a reality in our experience, it will happen. As you believe, so you receive, right? As I believe for someone else, they too can receive that. And all I have to do is be grateful that it's happening. Yes? Yes. That is how we become the magic wand and how we use Sugarlight as the assistant in our fantastic magicalness. Yes. So, with that, I'm going to say thank you for spending this time with me. Please, if this is the first time that you have discovered this series, then I invite you to go back to the beginning and start, because this is a cumulative practice and lots of good stuff has come before today. I'm grateful that you made it. And please be sure to subscribe. Lots of really amazing videos are coming out. We had an incredible conversation on Saturday morning with Uzo Amenahu from New Narratives and the What is Love podcast. That was a fantastic one for our Illimitable Living series. And I would love it if you go back and watch that. And then if you subscribe, you get messages every time something new pops up. So make sure you subscribe. In the meantime, let us remember together that you are illimitable, which means you absolutely can go out right now today and create a life that rocks. I love you. I'm grateful for you, and I will see you tomorrow.